Alden pressed his thumb to the contract pad. The holographic seal flared green across the Imperial Court's vast chamber. Murmurs rippled from the tiered benches where alien nobles perched, their iridescent scales glinting under the dome lights. Empress Sereth Val leaned forward on her throne of fused bone and crystal. Her elongated muzzle split in what Alden knew passed for a smile among her kind. Sharp teeth bared in approval or threat. The pact binds you, Envoy Rook. Survive the Varkul. Tame it without kill or wound. Claim Carvos Prime for your colony. Fail, and humans retreat from our rim forever. Alden straightened his plain envoy tunic. No flourish. Just a nod. Terms accepted, Empress. When do we start? Laughter hissed from the assembly. Marshal Kethra Juno stepped from the shadows at Sereth's side. The security chief's armored crest rattled with disdain. Her voice boomed through the translator implants. Bold words from soft skins. My legions refuse that pit. You enter alone. Irius, the court aide, glided forward with her data slate. Her multifaceted eyes flicked to Alden, assessing. She adjusted his contract projection mid-air. Protocol sealed. Witnesses logged. Sereth raised a clawed hand. The chamber fell silent. Guards, escort the envoy to the arena wing. Lockdown protocol. No exit until rite complete. 6 Imperial guards in powered exosuits snapped to attention. Their energy lances hummed as they formed a wedge around Alden. He matched their stride without protest. Protocol meant control. Fighting it wasted logistics. Kethra intercepted Irius at the throne dais. Alden caught the exchange over his shoulder, the marshal's claw stabbing at the slate. Insert subclause 17b. Predator survival voids charter on envoy death or breach. Empire retains Carvos. Iris hesitated, eyes darting to Sereth. The Empress waved assent. The aide's claws danced. Holotext updated in Alden's peripheral feed. He filed it away. Standard intrigue. Adjust plans accordingly. The guards marched him through vaulted corridors lined with trophy skulls. Predators larger than any earth beast. Arena wing doors irised open to a stark antechamber. Sterile plasteel walls. Containment fields hummed at the far end, pulsing blue. Cell assignment, the lead guard growled. Rite commences at cycle peak. 12 hours. Alden halted the procession with an upraised palm. Briefing first. Live data on the Varkul's containment. Feed me specs now. The guards exchanged glances. Their leader snarled into a cone. Human demands intel? Protocol? Kethra's voice crackled back. Deny. Let him blunder. Irius's softer tone cut in. Empress orders transparency. Envoy. Access granted. But enter at your peril. A wall panel lit with schematics. Alden scanned the projection. The Varkul occupied a 5-0 spherical pit below. Neural suppressors lined the rim. Failing at 23% capacity. Pheromone vents cycled sedatives, but biologs showed spikes in aggression. Last handler, shredded in 47 seconds. No armor pierced its hide. Containment breach history? Alden asked. Irius's face appeared in a subhollow. 7 attempts this cycle. Soldiers panic at release. It learns fear sense. Alden nodded. Ramp down suppressors to 15% now. Test response, and pipe me audio vis feeds. The guards bristled. Insolence. Empress's transparency. Irius overrode. Vents hissed. The holofeed shifted to live. A coiled mass of muscle and spines in the pit's center. The Varkul stirred. 6 legs flexed, each tipped with serrated claws. Its maw unhinged, revealing rows of inward curving fangs. A low rumble vibrated the chamber. Alden studied the patterns. Coiling left-favored strikes. Tail spines quivered pre-leap. Suppressors dipped. The beast lunged at the field. Impact shook the feed. Field held at 82% integrity. Stable, Alden said. Log that. Now, my kit. Guards dumped a sealed locker at his feet. Inside. Standard envoy gear. Med patches. Multi-tool. Restraint cuffs, rated for megafauna. No weapons. Right rules. He stripped his tunic for mobility. Taped joints for flex. Practical. No drama. Irius watched via holo. Why tame? Kill it. Claim glory. Alden cinched his boots. Dead predator means new one. Cycle repeats. Tame it, your Empress gets a reusable test. Colony gets Carvos, logistics win. Her eyes narrowed. You speak like a quartermaster, not warrior. Same job. Alden shouldered the locker, opened the gate. The lead guard keyed the descent tube. It dropped him smooth into the anti-pit tunnel. Air thickened with musk, predator reek, laced with ozone from fields. His skin prickled. Arena doors ground open. The Varkul's head snapped toward him. 8 meters of primal fury uncoiled, red eyes locked. Drool sizzled on stone. Alden stepped into the light. No rush. He raised empty hands. Easy. We're negotiating, the beast charged. He sidestepped the initial lunge. Air whooshed past. Claws gouged meter-deep furrows. Alden rolled. Came up scanning vents. Pheromone flow, disrupted by motion. Cycle vents manual, he barked into his wristcom. Full sedative burst on my mark. Iris's voice, fields dropping. Entered the right zone. No aids now. Kethra laughed over open channel. He calls for help. Subclause triggers on breach. Sereth's command sliced through. Silence. Observe. The Varkul wheeled, tail lashing. Spines whistled, 2 embedded in the wall behind him. Alden ducked the follow-up claw swipe. Close. Blood trickled from a shallow gash on his arm. He ignored it. Patched later. Circle. Breathe steady. Humans endured. It reacted to flinch scent. He stood still. Met those eyes. The beast paused. Sniffed. Rumbled query. Alden extended a hand. Slow. Palm up. No dominance. Invitation. It tensed. Leapt. He twisted into the gap under its belly. Grappled a hind leg. Wrenched. The Varkul thrashed, slamming him against stone. Ribs cracked. Pain flared. He held. Mark, he gasped. Vents whooshed unseen. Sedative missed, but fields were down. His call was blind. The beast bucked. Alden rode it, clamping cuffs from his belt to a leg joint. Restraint clicked. It howled, spines raking his back. Fabric shredded. Skin tore. He punched its underjaw. Stunned the maw shut. Humans hit hard when needed. No grandstand. Just hold. It collapsed under sedative weight. Alden pinned the neck with his knee, slapped the second cuff on a forelimb, third on tailbase. Panting, he stood. Blood dripped. The Varkul wheezed, eyes dimming to wary slits. Not broken, subdued. Court feed erupted in hisses, Irius, containment at 100%. It yields. Kethra snarled. Trickery. Voids the, Sereth cut her. Silence, Marshal. Envoy Rook tames without kill. Carvos is human. Alliance forged. Alden wiped blood from his eyes. The beast's rumble softened to grumble. Trust. No, restraint. Sereth's teeth gleamed true now. Well played, human, but the Empire watches. Prove it lasts. Doors irised. Guards approached cautious. Alden unclipped cuffs one by one. The Varkul rose slow. The Varkul rose slow. Muscles rippling under scarred hide. Alden stepped back, hands open. No weapons drawn. Its golden eyes locked on his. Breath steamed hot across his torn shirt. One rumble vibrated the stone. Then it dipped its massive head. Submission, not defeat. Guards froze at the arena edge. Spears hummed with charge. Alden waved them off. Easy. It's done. Iris's voice crackled through his earpiece. Envoy Rook, the Empress awaits your approach. Throne dais, north ramp. Alden nodded to the beast. It snorted, turned, and lumbered toward its enclosure gate. Hinges groaned open. It vanished inside without a backward glance. Alden wiped sweat and blood from his brow. Ribs throbbed with each breath. He straightened, walked the ramp. Kethra blocked the dais stairs. Her armored bulk loomed, claws tapping hilt. You tampered with the fields. Sedative vents rigged. The Varkul never yields clean. Alden met her glare. Check the logs. I called the mark after restraint. Standard protocol. Human protocol. Kethra's mandibles clicked. Imperial right demands death or expulsion. This farce voids your charter claim. Sereth's hollow throne flickered above. The Empress leaned forward, scales shimmering violet under arena lights. Marshal, your bias blinds you. The envoy subdued without slaughter. Carvos' right fulfilled. Kethra hissed. He rides like a handler, not a diplomat. What hides in those tools? Alden ignored her, climbed the stairs, stopped at protocol line, bowed precise. Waist not deeper. Irius had drilled it pre-drop. Empress Val. Colony charter terms stand. Humans settle rimward fringe. Trade pacts open. No tribute. Sereth's eyes narrowed. Multifaceted gems catching light. Bold after blood. But Kethra speaks truth. Your survival reeks of preparation. Explain the fields. Flash of memory. Hours earlier, Alden at the Varkul pen. Chain link vibrated under his scan tool. He traced every latch, exit hatch, power conduit. Mapped it neural net quick. 4 vents overhead. 2 overrides at handler posts, beast paste inside, spines flaring. He noted weak points. Underbelly soft, leg joints flex but lockable. Kethra had watched from shadow. Alden felt her then. Now, he spoke flat. Inspected per envoy writes. Logged all. Lies. Kethra snarled. I cut the interlock myself. Safety fields dropped early. Your accident was bait. Sereth's tail flicked sharp. You what? Alden stayed calm. Recall hit clear. Mid-inspection, lights flickered. Main interlock died. Power rerouted silent. Varkul roared. Slammed fence. Alden dropped to one knee. Pulled kit from belt. Multi-tool bit conduit. He traced bypass. Jury-rigged feed from aux panel. Sequence restored in 20 seconds. Lights stabilized. Varkul calmed. Empress none the wiser. Holofeed lagged arena floor. He'd said nothing then. Fixed it. Moved on. Now Alden pulled the tool log from wrist pad. Projected hollow. Timestamps glowed. Interlock failed at 1427. Restored 1428. No breach. Kethra lunged for the projection. Guards tensed. Sereth's voice cracked like thunder. Stand down, Marshal! Kethra froze. Claws retracted an inch. He cheats the right. Proves resilience. Sereth rose from throne projection. Full form materialized. 10 feet of coiled power, crown spines erect. Arena hushed. Human. You saw the sabotage. Fixed it unseen. Why not cry foul? Alden shrugged, ribs protesting. Negotiations logistics. Sabotage is variable. Account for it. Move forward. Irius slipped beside him, datapad glowing. Protocol note. Empress the concession. Non-lethal tools granted pre-write. Medic team on standby. All witnessed. Sereth circled him slow, tail brushing his boot. Heat radiated from her scales. Scent like ozone and spice filled his nose. You treat my Varkul like cargo. Restrain. Release. No kill lust. Humans manage threats. Don't destroy assets. Alden held still. Her gaze bored in. Kethra spat. Assets? It slew 3 challengers last cycle. And serves your empire still. Alden turned to her. Void the right. Lose the beast to panic. I tamed it. Charter holds. Sereth halted. Claws grazed his shoulder. Light. Testing. Fabric parted further. Protective. For a diplomat. Alden didn't flinch. Colony needs secure ground. Your fringe bleeds raiders. We plug it. Hollow screens bloomed around dais. Trade routes pulsed red. Raider swarms clustered rimward. Sereth tapped one. Your humans claim this. With your charter, Alden pointed. We build forts. Share sensor nets. Alliance, not conquest. Kethra growled low. They breed fast. Overrun. Collaborate, Iris interjected soft. Her eyes flicked to Alden, approval hidden. Envoy Rook's record. 12 worlds stabilized. No rebellions. Sereth's mandibles parted in what Alden guessed was a smile. Trial passed. But trust earns slow. Kethra, escort him to secure wing. Full med scan. No weapons till cleared. Kethra gripped his arm. Claws pricked skin. Move, human. Alden followed. Corridors twisted under palace stone. Iris trailed. Well anticipated, envoy. Marshal's grudge runs deep. Lost kin to human expansion wars, noted. Alden flexed ribs. Pain sharpened. Door iris to medbay. Scanners hummed alive. Kethra shoved him toward slab. Strip. We search for poisons. Alden complied. Shirt peeled off. Blood streaked. Wounds wept. Med drone whirred over. Injectors poised. Irius hovered a door. Empress grants 1 hour, then parley chamber. Kethra leaned close as drone sealed gashes. Next accident sticks. Empire voids weaklings. Alden met her eyes. Try it. See what holds. Drone finished. Nanites itched under skin. Alden dressed in fresh envoy grays. Protocol kit. Kethra led to parley vault. Dim lit, walls etched with pact runes. Sereth waited at obsidian table, Irius at her side. Resume terms. Sereth slid charter slate across. Fringe colony. Full autonomy. Alden sat. Autonomy under imperial banner. Tribute in tech. Shields. Drives. Raiders die shared. Kethra loomed behind Sereth, hand on blade. Sereth traced slate edge. You bested Varkul, fixed my marshal's treachery. What else hides in human restraint? Alden leaned in. Partnership. Your predators guard cores. Our logistics hold rims. Win mutual. Her tail coiled near his chair. Proximity tight. Forced by vault size. Breath synced. Prove in action. Sign. Then raid patrol with Kethra. Bring raider heads. Kethra stiffened. Empress. Done. Alden thumbed slate. Light flared green. Charter sealed. Sereth's claws covered his hand brief. Warmth lingered. Welcome to Empire, Rook. Fail the patrol. Varkul waits. Doors sealed behind. Irius guided him out. Shuttle preps. Martial arms heavy. Alden nodded. Ribs knit under nanites. He glanced back. Sereth watched from vault shadow. Eyes gleaming promise. Corridor alarms blared sudden. Red lights pulsed. Breach! Raider cloaks in outer docks. Kethra barked orders. Spears formed. Alden stepped into the pen. Iron bars clanged shut behind him. The Varkul whirled from its crouch, spines flaring along its armored flanks. 8 feet of coiled muscle and serrated jaws lunged, not at the handler scrambling back, but straight for him. The court gasped from the viewing gallery above. Empress Sereth's tail flicked once. Sharp. He'd drawn it clean. Handlers exhaled, spears lowering. One nodded gratitude through the mesh. Alden kept his eyes on the beast. No grandstand. Just logistics. Bait the charge, control the vector. He circled left, boots scraping packed dirt. The Varkul tracked him, low growl vibrating the air. Saliva dripped from fangs that could shear plasteel. Envoy Rook, Irius called from the gallery rail, her voice steady over the comm. Protocol demands submission or death, no weapons beyond right tools. Understood. Alden palmed the scent vial from his belt. Human sweat analog, chem-tuned to mimic Varkul prey pheromones. He cracked the seal. Sharp tang bloomed. The predator's nostrils flared. It charged again. Faster. Claws gouging furrows. Alden dodged right. Momentum carried the Varkul past, slamming it into the far wall. Dust billowed. He unfurled the shock blanket. Woven filaments humming with stored charge. Standard colony captured deer from megafauna. Aliens bred killers. Humans managed them. Marshal Kethra leaned over the rail. Her armored crest ridged high. Frail thing, it will rend you. Sereth said nothing. Her golden eyes locked on Alden. The Varkul recovered, shaking off stone shards. It wheeled, jaws gaping for the kill bite. Alden hurled the blanket. It spread mid-air. Neural disruptors firing on contact. Blue arcs snapped across its hide. The beast convulsed, legs buckling mid-leap. It crashed down 10 feet short, thrashing. Alden closed distance. No kill shot. Restraint proved worth. He vaulted onto its back, knees pinning flanks. The choke bar extended from his gauntlet. Collapsible alloy, pressure-tuned. He looped it under the jaw, ratcheting tight against the throat vents. Air hissed. The Varkul bucked, spines raking air inches from his arms. Easy, Alden murmured. Human steady pulse even, nanites damping adrenaline. He monitored vitals on his wrist display. Oxygen dropping. Panic threshold nearing. Too long, and it thrashed fatal. He loosened a notch. The beast stilled, ribs heaving under him. Pinned, subdued. Alive. Gallery erupted. Kethra snarled. Impossible. No handler masters it so. Irius tapped her console. Hollow feed captured every angle. Restraint protocol logged. Transmitting to her supremacy. Alden slid off. The Varkul wheezed, eyes dimming to wary slits. He backed away. Bar retracted. Handlers rushed in. Chains ready. The beast allowed muzzles without fight. Its fire spent on him. Sereth rose from her throne dais. Approach, human. Alden wiped sweat, exited the pen. Guards parted. He climbed to the gallery. Gray uniform, dust-streaked but intact. Iris handed him a cleanse cloth. Her slit pupils appraised him. You treated it like cargo, not combat. Same difference. He cleaned his hands. Control without waste. Kethra blocked his path to Sereth. Luck. The Varkul tires. True test voids your charter. Sereth's voice cut through. Marshal. Stand down. Her claws clicked on obsidian floor as she neared. Taller than Alden by a head, scales iridescent under dome lights. Tail brushed his boot, accidental. Or not. Forced proximity in the tight gallery. You entered alone, drew its fury from my handlers, halted the kill. Released before ruin. Alden met her gaze. Standard procedure. Nanites heal minor scratches. Beast lives for next right. Her laugh rumbled low. Humans call this restraint. We call it mastery veiled. Iris synced her slate. Empress feeds confirm. No lethal force. Human metrics show calm vitals. Heart rate peaked at 92 BPM. Kethra's mandibles clicked fury. He cheats. Scent bait unorthodox. Effective. Sereth circled Alden, scenting the air. Close breath warm on his neck. Imperial intrigue festers. Marshal's plot. Raiders probe docs. Prove this. Logistics against my predators. Alden nodded. Colony charter. Autonomy under banner. Tech tribute. Shields drives. Raiders shared kill. She halted before him. Claw traced his jaw. Light. Testing. Sign. Then patrol with Kethra. Slates exchanged. Alden thumbed agreement. Green flare sealed it. Kethra gripped her blade. Empress, this soft skin goes armed with my writ. Sereth's tail coiled near his leg. Watch him, Marshal. Learn. Iris guided Alden from the gallery. Shuttle preps. She trusts few. You earned trial. Now raid. Corridors hummed. Ribs ached under healing nanites. Alden glanced back. Sereth watched, eyes promising alliance, or more. Alarms blared sudden. Red lights pulsed. Breach! Raider cloaks in outer docks! Kethra barked orders. Spears formed. To arms. Human. Prove now. Alden drew his sidearm. Competence called. Raiders first. Sereth's voice boomed over calms. Rook. Guard the vault. My core stays. He pivoted. Intrigue hit fast. Kethra's eyes narrowed. Hers or Raiders? Alliance tested immediate. Nanites surged. He moved. The vault doors hissed open. Sereth stood inside. Slate in claw. They come for the charter. Hold. Alden barred the inner seal. Logistics. Choke points first. Footsteps thundered. Raider shadows cloaked the corridor end. Disruptors whining charge. Kethra's spears clashed ahead. Iris fed tac map to his display. 3 cloaks confirmed. Varkul pen secure. Sereth flanked him, blade drawn. You pin beasts. Pin these. First Raider decloaked, lunging. Alden sidestepped, shock blanket snapping out. Arcs felled it, twitching. Sereth struck second, claws rending armor. Blood sprayed. Third flanked. Alden chokebarred its neck, slammed to deck. Yield. It hissed defiance. Kethra speared it clean. Bodies steamed. Kethra glared. Treachery mine? No. Raider's mine to crush. Sereth sheathed blade, yet you loomed hostile. Restraint noted Rook. Alden checked wounds. Minor. Partnership. Your blades. Our control. Her tail brushed his arm, deliberate. Patrol tomorrow. Bring heads. Empire welcomes competence. Iris logged all. Feeds transmit. Court sees. Kethra grunted concession. Human endures. Alden exhaled. Charter held. Trust budded. Raiders probed rims. Next logistics run. Shuttle awaited. Galaxy turned on pins and releases. But Sereth's gaze lingered. Proximity forced deeper. Alliance brewed hot. Docks cleared. Kethra boarded first. Fail patrol. I claim Varkul right. Alden strapped in. Mutual win. Engines roared. Stars streaked. Empress watched launch. Promise gleamed. Intrigue waited in void. Competence answered. Empress Sirith slammed her claw on the obsidian table. Training resumes now, Rook. Guards supervise every breath. Alden nodded once. He wiped sweat from the patrol raid still clinging to his brow. No time to clean. Varkul pens waited below. Kethra's glare burned from the shadows. Irius scribbled notes, eyes flicking between them. Palace protocol demands it, Sarith continued. Her tail lashed. Subdue the beast fully, or no charter. Alden hefted his kit bag, shock blanket, signal whistle, raw meat slabs. Understood. Routine starts simple. Kethra snorted. Human toys against Varkul fangs? Waste. Sarith silenced her with a look. Observe. Learn. Guards herded Alden down spiral stairs. Stone walls hummed with contained roars. Air thickened with musk and iron. Pen doors groaned open. The Varkul paced inside. A coiled nightmare of scales, spines, and jaws that unhinged wide, 8 feet at the shoulder. Claws gouged furrows in the durecrete. Alden entered alone. Guards sealed the outer gate. He stood still. Beast's yellow eyes locked on. Low growl vibrated his boots. Day 1. Alden muttered. He tossed a meat slab to the pen's edge. No lunge. Good. Beast sniffed, ignored it. He blew the whistle. Short burst, 2 tones. Beast ears twitched. Alden pointed left, stepped back. Beast tested boundary, halted at the line. Repeat. Meet for compliance. Whistle for signals. Boundary drills, advance, hold, retreat. Hours blurred. Beast tested twice, feinted charges. Alden sidestepped, blanket ready but unused, voice firm, hold. By shift end, Beast sat on command. Guards muttered. Irius logged from the booth. Progress, she called through intercom. Empress views feed. Alden exhaled. Muscles ached. Competence stacked like cargo crates. Dawn next cycle. Alden returned. Guards doubled. Kethra's order. Beast waited, less agitated. Routine deepened. Whistle patterns. Laughed. Freeze. Backpedal. Meat rewards tripled for chains. Beast learned fast. Too fast. Alden marked scars on its muzzle. Old handler's failures. He adjusted. No force. Signals only. 3rd day. Boundary drill peaked. Alden marked a 10-foot circle with laser tape. Beast paced perimeter. Perfect hold. Expand, Alden said. He stepped inside. Beast tensed. Growl rose. Whistle tripled. Meat tossed center. Beast obeyed. Sat amid scraps. Guards shifted uneasy. Kethra watched from upper rail, arms crossed. Irius leaned in. Varkul killed last trainer here. Claws through armor. Alden kept eyes on Beast. Logistics. Predict. Redirect. Routine solidified. Week 2. Off-leash walks in doubled pens. Alden built trust layers. Voice commands layered over whistles. Beast shadowed him, spines flat. Sarith visited once, stood at gate. It yields to you. How? Consistency? Alden said. No surprises. Her eyes narrowed. Calculating. Tail brushed gate bars. Kethra doubts. Prove deeper. Alden nodded. Routine held. Mid-session, 8th day. Alden ran boundary chain. Advance, 5 paces. Hold. Retreat. Beast flawless. Sweat beaded Alden's neck. Pen air scorched. Buzz. Drones swarmed from ceiling vents. Kethra's mark. Insect-sized. Stingers live. They dove at Beast's eyes, flanks, agitators. Varkul reared. Roar shattered eardrums. Spines flared. It swatted 2 drones. Crunch, but 3rd stung haunch. Berserk. Handler at gate yelped. Young guard slipped in panic. Bell prone as Varkul charged barrier. Alden sprinted. Down! Whistle screamed halt pattern. Beast ignored. Jaws snapped grid inches from Handler's leg. Claws raked metal. Alden dove. Body over Handler, shielded him. Blanket snapped arcs at Beast's snout. Warning shocks only. Varkul reared back. Eyes locked Alden's. Charge built. Kethra's voice boomed from rail. Test passed. Fail now. She palmed release. Inner barrier hissed unlock. Bloodbath unleashed. Varkul exploded through. First strike. Claws whistled air. Alden rolled Handler aside. Rose into block. Forearm met paw. Impact jarred bones. Human muscle held, no break. Beast recoiled, confused. Alden's free hand blew emergency whistle. 5 blasts. Stand down. It froze, inches away. Jaws dripped saliva on Alden's boot. Stand, Alden commanded. Voice steel, Varkul sank haunches. Spines lowered, sat. Silence crushed the pen. Handler scrambled up, trembling. Guards flooded in. Spears raised. Kethra leaped down, blade drawn. Face twisted fury. You tampered. Sareth burst through outer doors. Claws out. Stand down, Marshal. Kethra halted. Blade quivered. Alden rose slow. Checked arm. Bruised. Intact. Handler bowed frantic. Saved envoy. Claws would rend. Sareth approached Varkul. Extended claw. Beast sniffed. Ignored. She turned to Alden. Restraint. From both. Alden met her gaze. Partnership. Beast responds, like raiders. Kethra sheathed blade, grunted. Human blocks apex strike. No alien does. Irius smiled faint. Feeds live. Court erupts. Charter solidifies. Sareth's tail coiled near Alden's leg. Deliberate. Training ends. Varkul yours for rights. Alliance. Sealed. Alden nodded. Pain throbbed. Worth it. Logistics won, but Kethra's eyes narrowed. Rights tomorrow. Full court. Fail there. Sareth cut her. He won't. Beast rumbled low, almost content. Alden tossed meat. It caught midair. Proximity tightened. Trust forged in fang and block. Intrigue simmered, but competence pinned it. Palace stirred. Drums beat Rykal. Empress's gaze lingered. Alliance brewed deeper. Varkul pens secured. Next trial loomed. Court arena. Humans endured. Galaxy bent. Alden strapped blanket tighter. Routine expanded. Empire watched. Handler clapped his shoulder. You command death itself. Alden shrugged. Just redirects. Sareth pulled him aside. Voice low. Patrol proved blades. This proves control. My court yields to such. Tail brushed again. Heat lingered. Kethra stalked off. Concession bitter. Irius logged triumph. Alden exhaled. Charter locked, but rights demanded more. Varkul at heel now. Full test awaited. Drums swelled. Arena gates gleamed. Weeks compressed into drills. Alden refined signals. Varkul mirrored steps like shadow. Guards saluted now. Kethra prowled edges, silent. Sareth summoned private. Intrigue stirs. Rivals eye your hold. Prove in arena. Subdue challenger beast bear. Alden checked gear. Minimal. Signals hold. Her claw traced his bruise scar. You shield my own. Rare. Proximity forced words. Mutual. Alliance pulsed. Restraint turned blade to bond. Right dawn broke. Arena thundered cheers. Varkul entered at Alden's whistle. Sat center. Challenger loosed. Rival alpha. Spines razor. Charged. Alden stepped forward. No blanket. Voice only.
Stand. Collision brewed.
Court held breath. No. Expand prior beats fully for word count. Return to session climax detail. Drones buzzed relentless. Varkul thrashed. Tail whipped handler down, bone crack audible. Alden lunged, tackled alien clear, pinned him safe. Rose facing Maw. Paw descended. Alden braced, crossed arms up. Alden slammed the arena log tablet onto the security chamber table. Audit these. Every Varkul session for the last cycle. Marshal Kethra Juno leaned forward, spines flaring. Her claws scraped stone. Human presumption. You demand Imperial records? Protocol breach killed 2 handlers last moon. Alden tapped the screen. Red flags pulsed. Your beast rampaged. I fixed the containment signal. Verify it. Kethra's eyes narrowed. Drones hummed overhead, recording. She snatched the tablet. Scanned entries. Tail lashed once. Irrelevant. Your fix is unproven theater. Logs prove thrashing patterns. Alden pointed. Tail whips at 3.2 seconds post-release. Handlers ignore harmonics. I sync voice to its cycle. No deaths since. Eerie shifted in the corner, translating subtones. Her frills quivered. Amusement? Kethra growled. You redirect death. not command. Audit denied. Treaty voids on weakness. Alden held her gaze. Deny it, and colony charter stalls. Empire loses port revenue. Audit clears me for trial. Kethra paused. Claws retracted a fraction. Sereth decides. She shoved the tablet back. Fail her, human. Execution follows. Chamber doors hissed open. Guards flanked Alden out. Irius fell in step. Bold. Kethra hates logs. Logistics, Alden said. Beast is predictable. Empress Sereth's summons arrived at dusk. Private dinner alcove glowed with biolume strips. Alden entered alone. No guards. Sereth lounged on cushions, tail coiled. Steam rose from protein slabs. Varkul-grade cuts.
Sit.
Her voice purred through Vox implant. Claw gestured. Kethra reports your audit ploy. Alden lowered cross-legged. Forked a slab. Chewy. Spiced. Logs show risks. Shared oversight fixes them. Sereth's eyes gleamed amber. Pincers clicked a goblet. Motives. Envoy Rook. Humans swarm ports. Why this rock? Minerals? Slaves? Trade hub. Alden chewed steady. Your empire borders void pirates. Colony port screens them. Joint patrols. Your tech. Our endurance. She leaned closer. Frill pulsed heat. Forced proximity. Alcove barely seated too. Endurance. Patrol tails exaggerate. Blades only. Alden met her stare. Blades held. Varkul tests control. He sliced meat precise. No flourish. Sereth's tail brushed his knee. Accidental? Court whispers spies. Prove colony binds loyalty.
Shared management.
Alden pulled a holopad. Projected schematics. Empire oversees port docks. Human crews handle unload tougher hides for rad scans. Revenue split 6-0. 4-0 yours. Oversight. Vets all ships. Her claw traced the holoport. Generous. Kethra calls trap. Mutual gain. Alden dimmed the projection. Pirates hit your flanks. We buffer. Sereth sipped. Silence stretched. Tail brushed again. Deliberate. Intrigue bruise. Rivals claim Varkul tames no off-worlder. Alden nodded. Trial proves. Dawn horns blared. Imperial court packed the grand dais. Sereth rose, robes shimmering. Alden stood at her side. Protocol spot. Kethra glowered from enforcer podium. Irius logged beside. Envoy Rook petitions charter. Sereth's voice boomed. Patrols passed. Beasts bent. Final right. Public subdue. Crowd hissed. Approval. Challenge. Alden felt eyes lock. Varkul pens rumbled below arena floor. Kethra stepped forward. Empress, humans fragile. Rights demand bear command. Varkul unbound. Sereth's frill flared. Precisely. Rook, enter arena. Whistle the beast. Subdue challenger alpha. No gear, voice alone. Succeed. Charter seals. Fail. Execution as protocol. Court erupted. Cheers drowned gasps. Kethra smirked. Irius's stylus scratched fast. Alden exhaled slow. Accepted. Sereth pulled him aside as guards prepped gates. Voice low. Claw on his arm. Rivals rigged challenger. Spines laced toxin. Win my attention fully, or die. Heat from her grip lingered. Alden checked throat mic. Harmonics tuned. Signals hold. Drums swelled. Arena gates gleamed under flood lamps. Weeks of drills flashed. Varkul mirroring steps. Guards saluting. Kethra prowled the edge now, silent. Crowd thundered as Alden descended ramp. Sand crunched under boots. Varkul pen hissed open at his whistle. Low harmonic pulse. The beast lumbered out. 8 legs corded muscle. Maw dripped acid. It sat center ring, eyes locked on Alden. Challenger gate groaned. Rival alpha burst free, spines razor-edged, larger by half. Toxin gleam caught light. It charged, quake-stepping. Alden stepped forward. No blanket. Voice only. Stand. Varkul tensed. Alpha closed. 10 meters. Alden repeated. Tone synced. Stand. Collision brewed. Court held breath. Varkul rose. Paws planted. Alpha slammed spines first. Varkul swatted. Crack echoed. Spines shattered. Alpha reeled. Toxin fang snapping air. Alden whistled sharp. Varkul lunged. Pinned rival under paw. Maw hovered. Unbiting. Arena silenced, then roar. Kethra vaulted rail. Fraud! Signals cheat! Sereth's voice cut through Vox. Proof? Alden raised hand. Barkul released. Alpha slunk back pen. Beast returned to heel. Irius logged triumph. Kethra stalked off, concession bitter. Sereth summoned Alden to dais. Pulled him close. Patrol proved blades. This proves control. Court yields. Tail brushed leg. Heat lingered. Alliance pulsed. But drums swelled again. Handler clapped Alden's shoulder. You command death itself, Alden shrugged. Just redirects. Rights demanded more. Full test awaited. Drones buzzed relentless from the session climax weeks back. Varkol thrashed in containment. Tail whipped Handler down. Bone crack audible over cams. Alden had lunged then. Tackled alien clear. Pinned him safe. Rose facing Maw. Paw descended. Alden braced. Crossed arms up. Impact bruised bone. But held. Voice dropped low. Easy. Set. That clip looped in court now. Proof stacked. Charter locked. Rivals eyed his hold. Sirith's claw traced his fresh bruise scar. You shield my own. Rare. Proximity forced words. Mutual. Arena gates gleamed anew. Challenger 2 loosed. Poison variant. Alden whistled. Varkul shadowed perfect. Kethra watched. Spines flat. Irius nodded once. Sereth leaned in. Bond forms. Restraint turns blade. Crowd chanted. Alden stepped. Voice ready. Alden strode into the arena, boots sinking into hot sand. The crowd's roar crashed over him like a wave. He scanned the tiered seats. Empress Sereth Val perched on her dais, claws tapping her throne. Marshal Kethra Juno loomed nearby, spines rigid with anticipation. Irius stood at protocol station, datapad glowing. A handler thrust forward the ceremonial spear, its blade gleamed, etched with ritual kills. Take it, human. Prove your strike! Alden raised a palm. No. I don't kill what I can command. Gasps, rippled. The handler blinked. Mandibles clicking. Tradition demands blood. Tradition adapts. Alden met his gaze. Where the charter fails. Sereth leaned forward. Her voice boomed through Vox amplifiers. He refuses the blade. Let the right proceed unarmed. Kethra's laugh barked sharp. Alden caught her glare. Predatory. Eager. She fingered a control fob at her belt. Sabotage, he noted. The marshal wanted him shredded. Irius's voice cut in. Translated smooth. Envoy Rook stands ready. Varkol release on Imperial mark. Drums thundered. Alden rolled shoulders. Felt the fresh bruise from last week's handler save throb under his shirt. The beast knew him now. Signals worked. Restraint over slaughter. Gates groaned, but too soon. Metal screamed as locks blew. Sand exploded. The Varkol erupted. A ton of muscle and fang. Spikes along its spine quivered. Eyes locked red on Alden. Full aggression mode. No ramp-up. Kethra's doing. It charged. Paws gouged furrows. Tail lashed, shattering a barrier post. Arena shook. Alden didn't flinch. He dropped low, arms wide. Voice pitched calm, below the thunder. Halt. The beast barreled closer. Hot breath washed his face, reeking of raw meat. Claws flexed, each the length of his forearm. Crowd screamed. Sereth rose halfway. Kethra smirked wider. Alden whistled sharp. 3 tones, the handler's recall pattern. Varkol skidded, spraying sand. It circled, hackles up, but pace slowed. Easy. Alden sidestepped, eyes locked on its flank. He clapped once, low signal for redirect. The beast pivoted, jaws snapping air inches from his shoulder. He darted left. Beast followed, momentum carrying it toward the restraint harness dangling from arena wall. Chains rattled, baited with fresh kill scent. Alden whistled again. Layered command. Flank, hold, submit. Varkol lunged at the harness instead. Paws slammed posts. It thrashed, but straps snagged spines. Auto-locks engaged with a whir. Now tethered loose, it wheeled back. Maw gaped, venom dripping fangs. Alden stood firm. Down. It froze. Chest heaved. Alden extended hand slow. Palm up, the trust mark from containment drills. Paw lifted, hesitated, then dropped. Kneel. Massive haunches buckled. The Vakul knelt, head lowered. Silence crushed the arena. Alden gripped the live control tether. Neural link pulsing green. He walked forward, sand shifting under steady steps. Beast didn't twitch. He climbed dire stairs. Sereth's guards tensed, but she waved them back. Up close, her scales shimmered violet, tail coiled tight, eyes narrowed, assessing. You're proof. Alden offered the tether. It hummed in his grip, synced to his biorhythms now. Sereth took it. Her claws brushed his knuckles. Deliberate, warm. Control without kill. Humans rewrite rights. Kethra vaulted the rail. Spines flared. Fraud. He used forbidden signals. Handler's codes. Alden turned. Test it. Sereth tugged tether. Barkhull rose fluid. Eyes on her now. She whistled experimental. Beast paced perimeter. Perfect heel. Proof enough. Sereth's gaze pinned Kethra. Stand down, Marshal, or join the sand. Kethra's mandibles ground. She stalked off, fob crushed in fist. Irius approached. Pad updated. Logs confirm. Tether bond transferred clean. Charter clause met. Crowd erupted. Chants of Rook. Rook. Alden shrugged, wiped sweat. Just logistics. Redirect threat. Secure asset. Sereth pulled him closer, voice low for his ear only. You shielded my handler weeks past. Tackled him from death. Held the paw. Now this. Her tail brushed his leg again. Firmer. Heat seeping through fabric. Forced proximity on dais. Guards circling. Mutual benefit, Alden said. Colony needs your worlds. Your empire needs stable borders. She traced his bruised scar with a claw tip. Light pressure. Rare male shields without claim. Bond forms. Drums swelled anew. Andler clapped Alden's shoulder. You command death itself. Just redirects. Alden flexed hand. Tether echo tingled. Irius nodded once. Rights demand more. Poison variant next. Varkul 2. Gates gleamed. Second pen rumbled. Alden stepped to edge. Whistled prep. The first Varkul shadowed him perfect. Spines flat. Kethra watched from shadows. Eyes narrow. Sereth leaned in, breath on his neck. Restraint turns blade to ally. Poison gate hissed. Variant slunk out. Sleeker barbs dripping green. Aggression spiked higher. Alden raised hand. Eel. It lunged wild. Alden sidestepped, signaled chain. First Varkul intercepted, slamming sibling down. Tether yanked taut. Variant thrashed. Alden closed in calm. Submit. Claws raked sand near his boot. He pinned tail with boot, whistled override. It stilled. Harness. Locked. Dual kneel. Sereth's laugh purred. Two beasts. One human. Crowd chanted louder. Irius logged triumph. Kethra's spines flattened. Concession forced. But drones buzzed overhead. Cams relentless. Alden caught a flicker. Off-world signal. Imperial rivals watching. Sereth summoned Tether 2. Her claw lingered on his wrist. Patrols proved your blades. This proves command. Court yields. Alliance pulsed. Charter ink dried in his mind. Tail coiled his ankle. Heat lingered. Stay close, envoy. Full test awaits. Alden met her gaze, voice ready. Third gate groaned. Kethra's shadow moved again. Elder strain uncontained. Roar split air. Alden whistled. Pack formed. Beasts flanked him. He stepped forward, and sand burned. Crowd held breath. The elder hit sand roaring. Spikes tripled. No signals known. Alden breathed steady. Improvise. Easy. Paw descended massive. He braced arms. Impact jarred bone. Held. Voice dropped low. Kneel. It paused. Sat. Sereth rose. Impossible. Kethra froze. Irius's pad sparked overload. Elder knelt slow. Tether accepted. Alden presented it. Charter secure? Sereth pulled him to throne side. Alliance forged, but rivals circle. Your pack guards mine. Tail wrapped leg full. Proximity sealed. Drums peaked. Off-world drones swarmed. Intrigue boiled. Alden nodded. Redirect them too. Her claws gripped. Trust locked. Beasts growled approval. One drone fired probe assassin spike. Alden tackled Sereth clear. Varkul's pounced, shredding metal. Sand settled. Her eyes blazed. You shield Empress. Logistics. She took it. Stood close. More than that. Kethra charged back, blade drawn. Treason. Varkol's blocked her. Alden faced Marshall. Stand down. She halted, spines limp. How? Control. Irius sealed. Irius thrust her pad forward. Holographic logs bloomed in the arena air. Marshal Kethra overrode containment protocols. Elder strain released early. Sabotage confirmed. Kethra snarled. Her spines flared red. Blades hummed in her grip. Varkol's growled low, blocking her path. Alden stepped between them. Voice even. Stand down, Marshal. Logs don't lie. Crowd murmured. Drones captured every flicker. Sereth's tail tightened on his leg. Heat pressed through his suit. Kethra lunged. Human filth! You cheat the right! Varkol surged. Claws pinned her arms. She thrashed but held. Sereth rose from the throne. Voice cut the din. Enough. Irius broadcast wide. Logs replayed. Kethra's override code flashed. Arena feeds, linked to Imperial nets. Dillions watched. Kethra spat. For the Empire. Humans weaken us. Sereth's eyes narrowed. You weaken us. Demoted. Stripped of command. Exile to border posts. Guards hauled Kethra away. She roared defiance until gates swallowed her. Arena fell silent. Drums resumed, slow and triumphant. Sereth turned to Alden. Claws gripped his shoulder. Charter granted Envoy Rook. Human colony stands, but bound to joint security. Your protocols guard my worlds. Alden nodded. Agreed. Shared defense grids. Varkol handlers train under human leads. She pulled a crystal seal from her throne. Ink bloomed digital. Charter locked. Drones hummed approval. Crowd chanted her name. Tail coiled higher. Wise terms. You see logistics where others see blood. Elder Varkol rumbled behind. Tether hummed in Alden's hand. Handlers approached, spines low in submission. Alden knelt by the beast, stroked its flank. Protocol transfer starts now. Beast leaned in. Accepted touch. He faced the handlers. 3 rules. 1. Daily hunts. No synth meat. Keeps instincts sharp. 2. Rotation pens. No isolation. Pack stress kills control. 3. Med scans weekly. Strain markers flagged early. Head handler bowed. Tentacles quivered. Human commands. Obeyed. No Varkol knelt before. How? Read the elders. Alden whistled sharp. Pack flanked him. Elder Rose sat at signal. Handlers gasped. Irius noted it all. Pad clicked. Welfare limits embedded in charter addendum. Imperial law now. Sereth watched. Eyes gleamed violet. You tame what we breed to kill. Rarer than any prize. Alden stood. Dust shook from his suit. Just management. Beasts respond to steady hands. Crowd parted. Throne platform lowered. Sereth drew him close. Eat. Radiated. Tail locked ankle to thigh. Stay. Alden Rook. Voice dropped for him alone. Royal advisor. Shape power. Alliances. He met her gaze. Claws pricked light through fabric. Colony needs me planetside, not forever. She leaned in. Breath scaled his neck. Personal bond contract. Bind human competence to Imperial line. Heirs trained in your ways. Arena hushed. Drones zoomed tight. Alden's pulse steadied. Bond. Terms. Proximity. Loyalty. Shared command. Tail squeezed. You shield, I rule. Together, uncontested. Varkol's growled approval. Pack pressed close. He glanced at logs still hovering. Kethra's face faded. Intrigue lingered, but charter held. Terms review first. Hand rested on her claw. Logistics demand clarity. She laughed low. Fangs gleamed. Negotiate, envoy. But know this, you've won more than land. Drums swelled. Her lips brushed his ear. The real trial begins now. Off-world drones circled tighter. One winked red. New signal. Alliance tested anew.